89.9 FM, the East Bay's best variety. Coolio, the underdog, is finally in the building. What's up?
Yes. Oh man, what's good with it? Glad to be in the building too. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Okay, for everybody that don't know who you are, you live in the building. Chabot College, let the youth know. Revamp them on who you is.
Okay, yeah. My name Coolio, the underdog, the original Coolio. That was my original rap name before the underdog. You know what I mean? But I caught a little bid when I was 19 and went to the penitentiary for 5 years. So during that time, that's when the other name Coolio was blowing up and whatnot. So I was locked down. I said, well, I gotta come home. With a different name and switch it up. So I came home as the underdog. That's the name I chose. You know what I mean? DAUNDADOGG. You know what I mean? The underdog. And then my first song I did in the studio with Mac Dre. And he started calling me Coolio. He just switched your name to the underdog. I just said, you ain't Coolio no more. I said, no. But when he did the rap song, he said, Coolio the underdog.
Put it together.
Yeah, him and JT. They was like, oh, that's tight, Coolio the underdog. I was like, no, it's not Coolio the underdog. It's just the underdog. You know what I mean?
He made it up on his own.
Yeah. So, and everybody in the rap game started calling me Coolio the underdog.
So you just ran with it.
Yeah, but I never used it to this day. I never used Coolio the underdog on the title of one of my CDs.
Oh, really?
It's just all the underdog.
Just the underdog.
Yeah.
But they still refer to you as
everybody in the world know Coolio the underdog. But my family, friends, everybody know me as Coolio still. Like, that's my name.
Right.
But I don't use it as my rap name.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just so it's no conflict. I don't want nobody thinking
that is
they want to pick up my project, but they picking up his project and vice versa. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And all that.
It's cool. But the Coolio the underdog, you know what I mean, just signifies to let you know that the fans and the people that's been rocking with you since day one know you Coolio. Like, you know what I mean? To us, regardless, So that's how the Coolio the underdog
as
the whole thing came.
Knows who you are.
Yeah.
Most definitely. So shouts out to Coolio the underdog, or AK underdog. You know what I mean? With the DA.
Yes.
Most definitely. Real quick, man. Most memorable moment of Mac Dre, because I know you got to rock with Mac Dre plenty of times, and everybody emulates, tries to be shout out to Mac Dre even though they don't know him, but you personally knowing him as a how was your relationship with him, and do you have a memorable moment of just
I got so many memorable moments. I told you one before. One of my memorable moments that I was just talking about today, because I just seen his daughter today. Me and her was just chopping it up for a good minute. And I was telling my partners one of the memorable moments, we did a song called To the Double R. And Dre had just got his first apartment, a little rundown type apartment, you know what I mean? Little teenager, he just got his first apartment, and she was just born, so she probably was like 9-10 months.
Wow.
No more than a year, because she couldn't barely walk, but she had a little crib in they room. But Dre had a little 4-track studio. And with a little sampler, so he's like, man, let's do this song. So he sampled the little beat. From Patos in My Line from De La Soul, you know what I mean? So he did that little sample, and we did the to the double Lord, to the double Lord, because that's what I say in the California Living song. To the double Lord, all my time is given. Coolio and Mac Dre, California Living. So he took that sample, but Drenae kept crying.
Oh, okay.
While we trying to record.
She's his daughter.
Yeah, okay. Dre's daughter. She in her crib. She keep crying. So Dre say, "Hey man, you gonna have to hold her while I do my vocals." You know what I mean? And I'm gonna have to hold her while you doing your vocals. So we took turns holding Drenae while we recording the song, so she would be quiet while we recording that song. So that's a memorable moment. And I just was talking about that today, so that's why it's fresh.
That's what's up. That's big, man. Did you learn anything from him as a work ethics or anything like that?
Yeah, I learned, with Dre, we came in hand in hand. Like, when I came from LA to the Bay, I already was doing my music thing. I was already rapping. I started rapping 11, 12, 13 years old. Curtis Blow, Cool J, all them was like my favorite rappers back then. That's before NWA or any of them type of artists was out. I was into
what year, by the way?
Egyptian Lover. This was 83, 84. You know what I mean? That's when Egyptian Lover and all that was out. Egyptian Lover. So I was more to that pop locking and little kid, you know what I'm saying, doing the whole little breakdance move. I used to have a breakdance crew and everything and watch, so.
Of course, because that's where you were at as well, too. Down south. Okay. And
so when I came up to the Bay, I hooked up with Studio Tone and DJ Cease, rest in peace. And my partner EB brung Dre to me. He wasn't Mac Dre then, he was just Dre. You know what I mean? This is just my partner Dre. You know what I mean? He was trying to do his rap thing. And I used to be in the back room on Mark Street, just writing my raps and had a little two-track little tape recorder. I used to plug the mic in and you record.
Old school way.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Stuff.
Taping the
yeah. And so I did a little demo with DJ Cease, and Dre heard it. A song called "I'm Not the One." It was blowing up, and this was 87, 88.
Wow.
And so then
70.
Yeah, and so then Drake. I did a show with Too Short at the Fairgrounds, 1988. They was calling me MC Coolio.
Oh, okay.
That's my name, MC Coolio, 1988. Me,
wow.
Too Short. Short was, just really about to take off too to that next level. You know what I mean? So I was just, happy to be like, this Too Short. This is who the Bay loving right now at the time. You know what I mean? And so I did the little show, little teenage kid, little kid. Had my name on the lights and everything, so I was just juiced for that. And like, MC Coolio from LA, like, because I wasn't barely in Vallejo that long, a few months. And so when I did that show, so EB brought Dre to me. This is the first time I met Dre. And I remember I was in the front yard on Mark Street. He was like, this my partner Dre. And he be rapping too.
Yeah.
He heard your songs. He like want to get down with you. So Dre was in the back room, and he was like, man, you be putting your syllables together like this, 2 and 3 words, and but I got that from Rakim and LL Cool J. Because that's how they used to be, making their words rhyme like that. So I was impressed by that. But Dre seeing how I was doing that, and so once we took off from that level, he went to South Springs and came home and did his first song, which was Too Hard for the Radio.
Yeah, that was
when he did that song, I left and went back to LA.
Okay.
In '89. When I came back, he had a Young Black Brother EP with those songs on it. So I just started watching. What I learned from him though is he stayed persistent to what he believed. Cause I still was grinding. Like I wasn't as
doing the
hit
music
on like I know I'm gonna make it in this music, So I didn't put my all into it. Yeah. Dre gave up.
Wow.
On the streets. I'm talking about like being in the game. You know what I mean? Like he gave and believed in himself enough to do like I'm finna just really do music. I'm finna make it once he did that first deal with Kyrie. So he wasn't, trying to be involved in the streets no more. But me, I'm one.
But he dealt with so many other people in the streets.
Yes, he still was with us. We the ones trying to keep him out the streets. Yeah. He the one making it.
But y'all was still in the streets, so he was still in the streets with y'all.
He's still in the streets with us. He's still in the car. If I'm sitting in the car and smoking weed, making sales and all that, he's still in the car. So that's how he basically caught his case. Yeah. You know what I mean? Still being around the crew. So, but I learned from him is he stayed persistent in what he did and kept on, and consistent too. Persistent and consistent on what he did. And that's what he used to always tell me, like, Cooley, you dope. Like, I'm your fan. Like,
I'm your fan.
For real, he used to tell, in some of his songs, that's why he say, bump it, Coolio, because, I never play. You know what I mean? Like, he used to say that, you know what I mean? And so, that's by him saying that. And now to see his legacy carry on 9 years after his death. It's going to be 9 years next weekend. It'll be, November 1st. It's his 9-year death anniversary.
It seems like yesterday, really. But
so for that still to be going on, and a lot of people, they get mad because they say, oh, well, Yo Gotti said something about him. Rick Ross said something about him. Ice Cube, the game. These dudes just trying to use his name to get the pay behind them. But I'm like, that's what you do in the rap game. When you go to a city, if I go to Texas, and I say, who's reputable in Texas? Scarface. So I'm going to shout out Scarface. I'm going to shout out, if I go to New York, Jay-Z, 50 Cent, whoever hot in New York, I'm going to put Jay-Z in my rap. Shout out to Jay-Z. Shout out to 50 Cent. Just so happened, Mac Dre is resting in peace. So, but they just now picking up on it, seeing like, oh, they had love for him in this region. So they going to shout him out in this region, you know what I mean, to pay homage in hip-hop.